You know who the audience is going to love is our next guest, animator, co-creator, co-producer of the animated film Revengeance coming out later this year, Mr. Jim Lujan.
Thank you. Hello.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank
Jim.
you. Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thanks for being on the show. Welcome to the Noche show. Probably the most prestigious show you've been on.
All night.
Yeah. So, you are an animator. You've got stuff on YouTube. If I don't know what I'm getting with Jim Lujan, what would be the best way to like prime somebody on
Jim Lujan primer? Go watch Freak Daddy. Go watch John Henry Unicorn. Go watch Mama, I'm a Thug. And go watch a show called Growing Pains. I was the little kid on Growing Pains.
You do the voices for all of your characters.
Pretty much. Yeah. Usually when I come up with a story, I'll storyboard it on just a regular piece of paper, and then I kind of write little notes for the script. And usually I come up with the artwork first, and then when I look at my artwork, my drawings, I go, oh, this guy would sound like this, or that, and that's kind of, so I kind of hear the voices once I see what the characters look like. Then,
Okay.
I don't go around town making up voices. Wow. Normally I don't when I'm on my medication.
Okay, because I've seen some of that, and it's wildly entertaining.
Yeah.
Could I have some of that medication?
Yeah, I'll chop it up later.
Thanks.
You're now working on a couple of new projects, one of which is with Mr. Bill Plympton.
Yeah.
Revengeance. How did that come about?
Or like my mom says, Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton?
I'm working with Bill Clinton. I got to know him over the years, just like a fan, and then one day interviewed him on the Man vs. Art podcast with Raul Aguirre, and we went to his hotel and interviewed him in person and gave him a DVD, and he watched it months later. Cut to one day I get a phone call. He says, hey Jim, you want to make a film together? And I thought, well, okay, sure, let's try it. And I realized I wasn't dreaming, it was true.
But speaking of great animators though, we actually had our research team dig up some dirt on you, and we found out about your rather complicated history with somebody that everybody knows, everybody's seen his stuff. You were actually, and you don't really talk about it too much, you were actually best friends with Walt Disney. This is some of the stuff we found from when you wanted to put together a theme park called Lujan Land, which was in development in, I think, Pico Rivera. Not a lot of people know about this stuff, and you don't really like to talk about it, but we kind of want to we want to talk about this because it's important.
There was a whole issue with the Fast Pass thing, and
you guys were like friends. Like, you guys obviously were hanging out together. This is you guys rubbing elbows with like some pretty elite like Hollywood types.
We were rubbing we were rubbing shoulders. Not elbows. We never got to the elbow stage. We stopped at shoulders, but
you guys were definitely like close though, because this is you guys at Comic-Con like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and his makeup was really weird back then.
He was doing the Dia de los Muertos thing, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But and then the beef started, and you guys started getting a little
little bit cold.
Yeah. What happened there, and why the sudden shift in?
I don't know, but that's me. But I think that's some Mexican dude. Is that
Walter Disney?
That's Juan Disney.
Wait, you're not Walt Disney?
No, I'm Wolf Blitzer.
Oh, nice to meet you, Walt.
Solid.
Mm.